Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinals. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Stanford Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get... started. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. Fielded in the end zone, it's Clark. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So the Washington Huskies offense will take the first swing of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decisions, made big plays.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He gets it oh so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. Stanford looking to convert this fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
defenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And on that RPO, they just can't link up. Timing was a little bit off. The ball came out quickly, just not the most accurate throw, and the defense was in good position.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Looking downfield, it's Mack. Right down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Washington sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Looking for room. It's Harden. Got the first down. Looking for more. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Looking downfield on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Brown will throw it. Fires to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar. The lead is 6 in the first.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting it out there.
Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Quickly to the tight end. On the move at the 30. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. Third and long, and nothing was open deep down the field, so he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the offense.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet
breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
Just a short pass to the tight end. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Looking to throw, it's Mack. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. The lead is down to a field goal. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across. 5, he's brought down at the 26. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Already showing signs of a slugfest as they try to build on this 6-3 lead. Makes the catch. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. First play of the period, first down here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Hall. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48th.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown wants to pass. Finds his man down the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Stanford going back to work with another first down. They'll leave it with him. Across the 10. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football?
Touchdown, Cardinal! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this.
There he goes. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact.
You got to love it. The offense dials up a little misdirection. Go in one direction, then they give the ball back the other way. This is a great way to get the ball to your speedsters, to your playmakers. They hand it to him on the reverse, and most importantly, he moves the sticks and gets another fresh set of downs.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Quarterback just threw that one wide. Might have been bothered that the defender was going to try to undercut that route and pick it off.
Yeah, and those out routes, remember, you're throwing all the way towards the sideline, so it's a longer throw. And you're right, if you miss short, Reese, that DB gets to take it, collect it, and go back to the house.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They're up by 21 over Pittsburgh. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Brown will throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a catch at the 15. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's home. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks the tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Brown wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. A shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Got a man, it's Harden. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That gives them a 16-10 lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To throw, it's Mack. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Looks it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He's going for it all. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, running back on the move. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Stanford Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Snagged out of the air.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Brown will throw it. Rushes on him. Stands in and takes the hit. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Nice move to keep running. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. Stanford at the line on first down. Let's see if they lean on that offensive line. They'll move the wide receiver. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete on the right side. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. On the run, it's Valentine. Got the first down and more. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Back to pass, it's Mack. Slip, and the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. You can't give up a sack there.
And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the right. And they'll knock him down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
You've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Shotgun snap on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
He'll go to work in the air on second down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense. Field, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Using his legs, it's Valentine. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. After making one field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That gets them back to within 10. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Davis. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Here comes the option. Now the toss. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Brown wants to pass. They're working that left side. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll keep it himself. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Got room at the 35. Turning it on. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run in the red zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to
just steamrolling the defense. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Going to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen. 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Back to pass, it's Mack. Here's a hit. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He's got it. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there getting the sack.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Looking for space. It's Harden. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Huskies! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quickly complete. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing he's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is...
Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And he gets back on top of it and averts disaster. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Mack. Touchdown, Washington! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Cardinal come to the line facing third and short. Looking for a crease, it's Harden. Picks up the first down, still moving. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Stanford going back to work with another first down. They want that clock to run. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense, because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Motion from the back. Brown will throw it. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.